Welcome back. Let's open up a second box out of 6 from my recent hefty and expensive, by my standards, purchase from Mandarake. So, let's see what's inside this box. Remember that, as I mentioned, the total merchandise cost for all 6 boxes was about $450. That may sound like a lot, and actually, to me, that is a lot. But then again, I only do this about once a year. But then when you look at the amount of stuff that I got, and even including the shipping cost, maybe it's not so bad after all. So, wow, alright. There's big items in here. First, there are, I believe, 2 Girls in Panzer clear posters. There are one of these for practically each of the girls. There was a whole bunch of these. Like, these are tall posters printed on thin plastic. I only purchased 2 of them because I only purchased the ones that were 100 yen a piece. But there's one, and here is a second one. Let's see. A number of years ago, there was a crossover collaboration between Lucky Star and Macross Frontier. The Lucky Star characters dressed in Macross Frontier cosplay. And Ichiban Kuji produced 4 figures. Over the years, I've collected 2 of them, so I wanted to make sure that I finally got the A and D figures, so I have a set of all 4 of them. I was never a tremendously devoted Lucky Star fan, but I did like Lucky Star. I only watched half of Macross Frontier because I'm much less a mecha fan. However, the very idea of anime franchise crossover strikes me as tremendously neat. It's something that happens relatively infrequently, so seeing crossover figures like this that are cute girls and part of iconic franchises is really neat. And let's see, these were 400 yen a piece. Now, they're a little bit older, but at $4 a piece to finish my set, I'm really happy that I have them. This, some of you may recognize. These were around a number of years ago. I have one of these, however, I don't think mine is this particular color variant. However, this was 1,000 yen. This is an original illustration girl. At 1,000 yen, my intention was to take this to the Necronomicon convention later this month and put it up for sale for $20, $25 and see what someone would offer me for it. I believe these are in the 35 or more range, typically online, so $20 to $25 is a very good price. Now, as I anticipated this would cost me under $15 with shipping, it didn't. It cost me a little bit more than that, but I'm sure I could probably resell this for, some profit. And after all, it is a gorgeous looking figure. This is one that I am uncertain about selling. This, as you can see, is Yamada from Working. Working was released by by NISA, NISA America, under the title Wagnaria. This figure was 600 yen. Yamada is not my favorite character from Working, but I really did enjoy all, am I correct? It was 3 seasons? I did really enjoy all 3 seasons of Working. This is from season 2, you can tell by the 2 exclamation points. And Yamada in her cat pose with a taiyaki fish in her mouth is just adorably cute. So this I will put up for sale at the Necronomicon convention in Tampa. Come on by if you're in the area. And if this does not sell, I will happily transfer this into my permanent collection. Husband Dragon figures, I'm not sure how popular or how well known they are in America. However, in my experience, they're a tremendous value because they're especially elaborate figures, and typically they're actually a bit more sizable than you anticipate, because for the relative size of the box, I'm going to bet that this figure is probably significantly larger than the Yamada figure, because this is probably more than one piece that assembles together inside here. This figure was 200 yen. So $2 for this gorgeous looking dragon girl, who is probably just about the same size as the box when she's assembled, is just a deal that's too good to pass up. That one I will put up for sale. This is one I also will put up for sale. This is a Monogatari series, Tsubasa Hanekawa. Once again, as I mentioned before, I have not watched all of the Monogatari series anime, but I've watched enough of it to know who this is and know that this is a primary character who knows what she knows. This, as you can tell from the price tag, 400 yen. So this is a figure I will take to the Necronomicon convention. I might put $12 or $15 on this, and for example, if somebody offers me $10 for it, I'll probably take it. If my cost estimates had originally worked out as anticipated, I may have actually made some profit on that. Now I might not, but so it goes. It all averages out. Here's another figure in the same JAMA Crane Game UFO Catcher series. Actually, there are two of these. I am, for the most part, very, very satisfied with this large Mandarake purchase that I made. There are two discretions that I wish that I had changed. One is that had I realized that the wall scrolls were going to ship in a separate box, I would not have ordered wall scrolls. And the second, I purchased these two IMAS figures because they were 200 yen a piece. And at $2 a piece, I figured, how can I go wrong? Furthermore, I want to buy as much as I can to lower the average per item shipping cost. After I verified and submitted the order, I thought to myself, they're Idolmaster? I'm probably going to be stuck with these two figures for the rest of my life. Because I like Idolmaster, but I'm not a huge fan. And Idolmaster fans tend to be very, very devoted, but very sporadic here in America. So while I purchased these to put up for sale on a Necronomicon table pretty cheap, we'll see if they actually sell. So maybe I should not have bought these, and maybe I should have instead bought something else. Maybe, for example, a single, slightly more expensive figure. But so it goes. For the Necronomicon dealer table, I purchased two of the promotional Spirited Away replica onigiri rice balls. Those of you that have been around in the hobby for a long time may remember that when Studio Ghibli released Spirited Away on, or Sento Chihiro to Kamikaze on DVD, those people that pre-ordered or bought the first edition release received a free plastic replica of the rice balls that Haku gives to Chihiro, or Sen. I did pre-order, so I did receive one of these. However, at 100 yen a piece, these are really, I think these are really interesting, unique Ghibli merchandise items. So these are things that I could go to an anime convention and put anywhere from $5 to $10 on, and hopefully resell for what I intended to be originally a little bit of profit. I, again, don't know for certain how many anime fans will remember that back in the around the 2010s as I recall, maybe 2008, and my dates may be wrong here, but Gonzo produced a very short Flash anime television series called Nyanpire. That's the Japanese word for meow and vampire. So I was really surprised and excited to find not one, but actually several Nyanpire plush dolls, the vampire cat. And these were 100 yen a piece. So a cute, adorable Vampire Cat from a Gonzo anime, complete with its original tag for $1, was just a no-brain have to purchase for me. These I will keep because Vampire is just adorable. The second one is not actually in this box, but there is another Idolmaster figure. This one, as you can see from the price tag, was 200 yen. I think that this figure is interesting enough looking, dynamic enough looking, that, for example, if I put it on a Necronomicon dealer's table for $10 or $12 with a make offer, that I'll probably be able to sell this one. Now, once again, when I average out the total cost per item, I'm looking at about $10 or $11 per item that I spent. So if I sell this for $10, I'm not making any money. But then again, for example, I'm happy paying $10 or $11 for these or this. So it all averages out, in my opinion. And the final item in this box is actually a unique item, because this is not for me or for resale. I have a particular friend, he's a former AnimeNation co-worker, who now works in IT and is a huge, even more so than I, fan of the Tatekai Ramen Man anime television series. So I found, as you can see possibly, this is a Ramen Man USB drive. And as you can tell, when it's in operation, Ramen Man actually does sit-ups. So I figured that I'm actually regretful because I really want to keep this for myself because this is so neat. But considering all the rest of this is for myself, I figured I can spare, what was the cost on this? I can spare $4 for a technology-related Ramen Man item for my IT tech friend who loves Ramen Man. So I hope you've enjoyed experiencing along with me what was in this second out of 6 boxes. Tune in tomorrow or whenever we get the next video up and continue sharing my early Christmas.